What's up, everybody? It's Patrick Cocktail Manual. We're doing this special today about milk punches with my friend David.
Hey, everybody.
Tell me a little bit about this place. I know we're here at Agnes and Sherman here in Houston.
Yeah, we're at Agnes and Sherman right here in beautiful downtown Heights, right off on 19th Street.
Yeah.
It's an Asian American diner by business partners Lisa Lee and Nick Wong. Okay. So when I first met Chef Nick, we were talking about Asian American stuff and the flavors he was working with. And to me, that concept sounds kind of crazy. So for you at home, if that's like the dots aren't connecting just yet, it was a little. We had to talk about it too to kind of figure out what this meant, and it feels sort of genre bending to a degree, just because he's doing stuff like cheeseburger, fried rice, a scallion waffle. Looks like a Belgian waffle, but it's like a scallion pancake with little scallions cut up inside of it. So it was really interesting and creative what he was doing, and I just wanted to kind of have that right perspective and right state of mind with what he was working with and what he wanted to bring to the table. One of the flavors he brought up was red beans. I've had red beans in milk teas, as toppers for stuff, but I've never really. So I kind of went on an adventure going to Asia Town and going to tea houses with my kids and like trying the red bean flavors. Took some red bean ice cream home one day, and that was just kind of like, okay, cool, I can kind of work with this idea of flavor. We wanted to make the cocktails really food friendly, make sense with the space and the food. We're not giving you, I don't know, like a 1,000-calorie drink with your 2,000-calorie other dish or something. I don't know. All of it was coming with, is this going to be enjoyable with food? Yeah. And I was coming off of working with you, and we talked about milk punches. We built one day on a really slow shift, and it really just kind of like light bulbs turning on in my mind. Yeah. At Lalo and in the tiki background, at least for me, our philosophy was F that. We're not going to do anything clarified. We feel like it's taken away from the juice and what the main raw product. So it's like nice, fresh juice, and that's all we kind of champion at the tiki bar. Very juicy, big, and fresh. I was really challenging myself doing a milk punch drink and kind of like mass producing it too, not just doing it like a one-to-one with you. Yeah, for sure. And so props to you and my girlfriend too, Christian Guadiana. She works at Bad News Bar, worked at Johnny's, and she was getting around. They do a lot of clarification over there too. Mm-hmm. And I kind of she was like, just clarify it, stop being silly, stop being scared. And so we went for it, and it came out great. I presented it to Chef Nick and General Manager Pam Cantu. They really enjoyed it. And from then on, I was like, okay, cool, how do I figure out how to mass produce this? We have these red beans, which we already have weighed out here, and I'm gonna make a syrup out of it, or I guess kind of a sugar paste. So I got my beans weighed out here. And
you're doing like a cold process syrup?
Yeah. So I was cooking it for the first like 6 to 8 months, honestly, and I realized the other day that I was like, I don't really need to do this. I'm like kind of wasting time. Not wasting time, but just like, I don't need to be cooking it and wait and sitting it. The water and the sugar can just dissolve right into the beans with the blender. So yeah, I kind of overthought it for a little bit.
Good. David, did you see a big taste difference between cooking it and doing cold process?
No, I didn't, which is the reason why I was like, oh wow, I don't need to be doing all of this extra work. Yeah, I know there's a lot of talk and debate about what goes first. I do the build by itself, like do the beans, the citrus, the rum and the bourbon, and do the milk last. I think some people do milk. You add the cocktail to the milk. I don't really know the difference. I've never done it that way, and I've always been successful in how I'm doing it here.
So has you gotten a successful break doing it that way?
Yeah. Okay. So I haven't had any issues with it. So I know that just different schools and different things of thought. This just works for me. Okay. And I know there's going to be probably a variable of degrees, a variety of recipes and processes with the next few people you talk to as well. Yeah. So we're using Old Bardstown bourbon. Red bean is the flavor profile I was going for, but then I wanted to kind of expand on that flavor. This is an Asian American diner, so I wanted to make soda pop. I think super Texan-y to put on Big Red, the super Texas kind of soda pop, and I wanted to kind of do that. I talked to Chef about Big Red. He had no idea about it. He had maybe a vague idea of what it was. He's from the Bay Area. Yeah. So I think doing something super Asian like red bean, and then something super Texan like Big Red as like a throwing those together is a good vehicle for it. And I just like those flavor profiles, like a cream soda with some baking spices behind it. The next component I'm going to be doing is Bounty Spice. And Bounty Spice gets that vanilla and citrus. It's mostly just those two flavors going through, vanilla, citrus, cinnamon. And I don't know, St. Lucia Bounty, I have that rum background, and I don't know, I feel like I use a little bit of rum in everything. Yeah. even if it's not like the main component or something, it's just good flavor profile, good balancing. And so that's some very tiki on the beach cover, like rum blends, bourbon spirit stuff. So that's kind of my background and like idea behind it.
Yeah. You said this one's gonna be a split base.
Yeah, the split base.
Cool.
We're gonna add our lemon juice here, and then lastly our milk.
Whole milk on this one?
Yeah, we use whole milk. No people, one time I was in a pinch, I used heavy cream. It worked out just as good. I think it had like a little bit thicker texture to it too.
Yeah.
It was nice, but whole milk is what I normally use. So yeah, a little bit of separation going on, you know?
Yeah.
It kind of looks, honestly, I like the way the red bean in the milk kind of looks. It has like a really weird kind of tie-dye vibe to it. But I gotta make sure to mix everything around. You can already see like the little...
You got a nice break there, yeah?
Yeah. Kind of see the curds already going, or like the thicker pieces settling. Mix that, and there you go. So, as you can see this here, I'm obviously adding milk to it, so to make it look even crazier, but just serving this to somebody I kind of felt uncomfortable doing, so.
Yeah. Lemon. You're gonna do the 2 bases here, your red bean syrup.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then are you adding anything else?
We're gonna add some Angostura to it.
Thanks, okay. Just adding a touch to give it some spicy.
Exactly, kind of get those, just that red bean, vanilla, cinnamon kind of combination of flavors I really enjoy. With this, you have to be really patient with it and not rush yourself.
Key point, don't rush the milk punch.
Don't rush.
That does happen. If you rush it, sometimes you get weird flavors, so.
Just weird flavors, and then you might be pushing the clarification might be a little bit murkier, or might be a little bit dark. You find yourself running it through a few different things, and so. The right type of filter too, I've noticed, I know some people use cheesecloth. I don't, I use cold brew bags. Okay. So we're letting it run through. Put a cap on it. You don't want anything to randomly fly in there. Next over here, we have this one. This one was going, I threw in, Saturday night was a bigger batch. And then Sunday, I kind of did the rest of the container. Yeah. Here's what we have left.
Oh, perfect.
Look at that, yeah. I've always loved this stuff. I don't have any use for it. The discard's so cool and it tastes really good. And I haven't met anyone to make like a really good garnish out of it. I think some people have tried.
That's a good idea. I've never actually thought about doing that.
I know some people have tried.
Red bean.
Yeah, some people have been successful. I've never tasted or seen it myself, but I know you're out there. Call me, find me. Yeah. Please, let me taste your discard.
And then with this process, have you had any loss that you've had to take into effect?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna lose a little bit of it. I feel like it's like a 15% loss as far as the whole finished product. But here we go. Lifting up, and look at that. And it's going good. At this point, I'll strain some off. I'll get some off of this, and then sometimes I'll squeeze the bag, but I don't like squeezing and pushing too much. I'm not sure. Something about whatever's left in the discard and you're kind of pressing it doesn't feel as good. It looks a little more murky too. So I kind of don't try to push it too much. So here we go. We're gonna do that fancy flip process and get some out right now. Move it over here. So this is what I mean. You still got a little bit of drippage. Pour right into there. Wow, what a dismount. All right, cool. Yeah. There we go.
Perfect.
And then...
You said this one was going overnight.
Yeah. Okay, so it's called Big Red Bean. There's red bean in it. I explained that I like Big Red, and it's sort of a Big Red bean take. It's gotta be red, I think, you know? So that's my thought process behind that. So we use a little bit of food dye. We use 1 drop per core container. And it creates like a pretty pink, cute color there. And then we'll top it off with a little bit of Topo Chico. And that's it, Big Red Bean.
Well, thank you for joining. Check us out next time. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, not Twitter, but YouTube. No Twitter yet. We're getting Twitter. It's coming through. And then, David, where can people follow you if they need to reach out?
dperez79 on Instagram. I'm pretty accessible. You know, just follow me, send me a message. And I have a Facebook if you still use that. Yeah. I'm on Threads too. The Threads is a little more silly. It's a little not as serious.
Yeah. I don't have a Threads yet, but it's coming.
You should get a Threads. It's fun.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome, y'all. Well, note of the day, make sure you don't rush the process.
Don't rush the process.